Hello and welcome to the motherfucking mothership. I am your chief bandito, the greatest of them all, the original Alaskan assassin, Laxivrak himself. What's going on, motherfuckers? I hope you can hear me speaking clearly into this blue ball. And, insert blue ball joke here. I would like to give a shout out to Brett at Collecting with Cool for not only providing the Laxivrak channel with this camera that you're fucking looking at me through, but also this blue ball. How about them apples? Do you like apples? How about them apples? Anyway, good to see everyone here today. And we appreciate you. Welcome to this very special episode of Versus. Thank you for joining us on Mattel versus Hasbro. Maybe not what you expect. No, I don't know. Maybe it is what you expect. Being in this community, maybe it is what you expect. Anyway, hey, look, at some point on the channel recently, y'all saw this. This is the 2008 Hasbro, Mr. Hooper store. And I know I'm right about that, but let's double check that. Hasbro, represented by Hasbro Europe, Stockley Park. 2010, Sesame Street Workshop. 2010. Alright, so this is a 2010. But this is a Hasbro product. We had a video about this. Y'all check it out. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description. But we can see the one thing that this has, I think, going for it is these framed out windows. Trimmed out. And then all of this work here. I think this is all very cool. Anyway, y'all have seen this in the video, okay? I'm just trying to give you one quick look. Now, this is the Hasbro 2010 Mr. Hooper store. Y'all check this fucking out. This is the 2008 Mattel 2008 Mattel Inc. Sesame Workshop. Now, let's just do a quick outside comparison side by side okay, so this is the Hasbro 1 2 3. This is whatever I said, Mattel. Y'all got that? Let me see. Y'all got that? Okay. So we looked at this one. So this is the Bert and Ernie's apartment, I guess. This is like we were talking about. Okay, so it's got steps there. Notice it is a lot more plain here. Okay. Now for Mr. Hooper's store side. Okay, again, it's somewhat more plain as far as sculpt. But it obviously has more, like, paint apps. Maybe not more. Well, I guess it has, like, one more color. That white. And you can see they do away with the spinny thing. We have a fire hydrant over there. Okay. So that's Okay, and then this. Okay, now this is what I really want to show you guys. And there's some things that this thing does. The piece de resistance of this Mattel. Let's just go through it. First of all, when you open it, on this Mattel, it has an actual button. Y'all see that latch? Okay. Now, on the Hasbro, there is no button. It is like an old-timey tackle box. I don't even know. It's just a clip. See that? It's a clip that you physically bend to open. Okay. So strike one on Hasbro for that one. This one actually has a mechanism that works. Okay. Now, check this out. Let's start with Mr. Hooper's store. Okay. Let's see if I can get this where I can see what I'm doing. I want to be able to see what you can see. Okay. Oh, God, this isn't easy, guys. So, Mr. Hooper's store, right here. Right here. Look at this. Play feature. Okay. I'm also showing you the stickers. Okay. Now, this is obviously Elmo's room. Check this out. Check this out. See this door right here? I open this door, and there's a picture in there, right? Of a, what is that, a tiger cub? Okay, now check this out, you guys. I close the door. It's a different picture. See that? Come on, focus, you motherfucker. Okay, but check this out. You think, oh, okay, it's got two pictures on it, but it's got three pictures on it. Look at that. So, how about them fucking apples? So, here's a play feature. Here's a play feature. Very cool for the kids. Not for me so much, but okay, now I think this is cool that there's steps coming down into here. Okay. And then now, and here's a refrigerator door that opens. Now just take a second to look in here. Okay. Now go to the top. Come look at the top over here. Nope, not there. There. This is Bert and Ernie's room. Okay, now see this toy chest? Look at this. What? When I figured out I did this and I showed it to my kid, he fucking went apeshit. Look at that. And there's a little picture in there of all his toys. Okay, so the interior of this Mattel has got far superior playfit. Also, these, all of this is molded. This and this radiator, or if you're from Pennsylvania, you might say radiator, or maybe New York sometimes too, I guess. But see, there's very few stickers. Very few stickers. A lot of this is molded. Now, these are stickers. But see these potted plants in the radiator? That's all molded. Now, that's pretty cool. Same thing with this. Y'all hear that owl? That's all molded. You see that lamp and stuff, and then that clock? That's molded into there. Right? It's just... Oh, yeah, look at that. This sink. This yellow sink. Whoa. The yellow sink right here. That's all molded in. That's not a sticker. That does look like a sticker, but it's not. So, anyway. So that is the Mattel. Which inside, it's just fucking amazing. The fucking inside. As a toy for my kid, it's amazing. I bought that for a pretty good price to use as a diorama and like for my Playmobil. But I got it and I realized, wow, this is so much of a great toy. I can't fucking use this. You know what I mean? Like my son loves that thing just immediately, and it's so cool. So I have to find something else now. Now, just real quick. Now, this is we compared the insides, or we compared the outsides of both of them, right? And y'all might have saw this on another video, on my other video. But, motherfuckers, Hasbro. I appreciate that you have a lot of space in here, I guess. And I appreciate, but I mean, god damn, the inside of this is nothing. Look at this. This looks like, I mean, fuck, that's legit looking. That's realistic. That could almost, I mean, that could be for Playmobil and shit. This looks like it's for a kid. I do not know the original price. I don't know the original price points of both of these. I thought they were both 2008, but actually the Hasbro's 2010, and the Mattel is 2008. And like I said, I don't know the original pricing on that. If anybody knows or has an idea, I mean, I guess you have to make your own judgment. As a toy for my 2-year-old son who loves Sesame Street and loves house. That's what he says to me. He says house, and I go, motherfucking A, house, motherfucker. Son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, for him, as reviewing this for my son and eventually my daughter, it looks like my son's got some peanut butter on this. That's so lame. Stupid. Lack didn't see that. It's just peanut butter, though, because I remember giving him that peanut butter. But this is a far superior playset for the kid. As far as my purposes of making it something cool for Playmobil, I think these steps are cool, to be honest with you. And I think that the levels aren't broken up the same height exactly is also cool. But there is a lot of room being taken up by shit that I don't really need, like this toy chest thing. This thing. I would hate to actually, unless you were going to get Rick at Left Coast or somebody who knew a whole lot about designing and making cool, like, stickers and shit, like, you could, if you're going to do this as Playmobil, you could redesign, you could just change those stickers to, like, something Western. Like, it could be a gun cabinet, or gold, or black and white nudie photo, or, I don't know. But, and then this refrigerator doesn't do anything for a Western thing either, because there's, they don't even have icebox in the West. Very realistic. I love these steps over here. So, Mattel versus Hasbro in this one instance. For my kid, play-wise, I think this is the better. Mattel wins. Mattel wins. Now I am going to say something about Hasbro. I'm going to give a positive thing about Hasbro here. When we're talking about, if we're talking about, like, sending one of these to Duffman's Dioramas, or me, myself, and I, doing a diorama for Playmobil, I think this one actually might be better. The details on the exterior, this Old West storefront ledge that is missing the handle, obviously, but on both of these, there's a ledge. right? So if you ever played Red Dead Redemption, right? You remember in that what's the name of that town? Blackwater. You know when you get on top of the big giant fucking, you know when you get on top of the big giant brick building on the ladder, you know it's got a, that's cool, right? That's exactly what this is like. Which is all, if you know anything about architecture, I would have explained it to you differently, but I figure we're all gamers and shit, so I use a Red Dead Redemption thing. But anyway, look, I think the outside of this is much more conducive to coolness, right? And so I broke it to my old lady today that I'm going to have to buy another one, because I bought this one. I bought this, and y'all saw that my video on this. I thought it was awesome. And then I bought this, because I thought, well, because Duffman said, hey, send me one, and I'll make you something. Which I'm beside myself that you would do that for me, Duffman. You're a beautiful person. And so the first thing I did is actually I found this, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool, you know? But then I got it, and I realized, oh my god, that's a way better toy. So I can't, you know, oh my god, what did we get there? Nothing. Banana. But on the inside, it seems like maybe, I don't know. See, there's nothing molded in here except this thing. You know, which is really, I guess we could technically get rid of that if we wanted to. So, anyway, Mattel versus Hasbro. What is my objective decision? And I'm not here to, I know my title probably snakes some unnecessary views, which was the point, right? But, honestly, Hasbro, you're kind of dicks most of the time, especially if you want to talk about Star Wars and all that shit. So, everybody, fuck you. But this, I think you did a pretty good job on this. I think if I was gonna make a Playmobil, you know, perhaps maybe bar and hotel or whatever this might be, I might use this one, because the outside is much more detailed molded, and I would have to remove this and this mechanism, which is fine, and I would just figure out what to do. I would remove all that. I have an idea for this, which I don't want to say anything about, but I have an idea for that. And I've already noticed that, you know, we can obviously, right? So, yeah. So, Mattel versus Hasbro. As far as spending bang for your buck and getting something that your child will enjoy, buy this Mattel. Better play features. It seems to be a little bit more robust. It's more practical for a kid, but when they grow out of it, and you want to make dioramas, you can make this work for you. But you don't have to buy this one for you, unless there's just things you really like. And I would love to actually eventually do both of these, because these are different enough. I mean, you know, I know those are both Hooper's store, right? But they really are different enough that if you painted them up different, they could sit next to each other in a town, and they would just look like the same architecture. Same thing with these. The two apartments, or whatever these are. So anyway, yeah. It's just been a candid fucking video. And I thought I was going to come out and make, you know, oh, Hasbro, fuck this, and but you know what? It all depends on what you want it for. I have another one of these coming that's actually, I believe, the 84 Play School version. Same idea, and when it shows up, we'll fucking check it out too. My ultimate plan is to have plenty for my son, because he loves putting his guys in these. And I would also like to maybe send one to Duffman, because he offered, and I want one for myself to do, to add to Duffman's, right? Because if Duffman does one and I do one, and we don't look at each other's, they'll be different. And then so if he does one for me, I can put them together in a town, and they will be fucking different. And it'll be beautiful. So anyway, Hasbro versus Mattel. If you're buying shit for your kids, go for this Mattel. Maybe if you're going for dioramas, maybe do this too, because there's some better play features, and you don't have to deal with this Oscar. I don't know. We're going to probably buy some more of these and compare them, and we'll figure out what we're going to do. But if I think I like this one for customizing for the exterior. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. This has been General Laxivrak. I hope that was interesting. And Mark at Blue Harvest, I know you have been waiting this whole time to hear this. Are you ready? Hasbro? Fuck Hasbro.